Hi everyone, Trish here. Thank you so much for coming in today. Today I am going to share with you a collection of looks that I did with the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I know this has been out for a while, but that doesn't matter, because if you bought it like I did when it first came out and you haven't been using it, or maybe you forgot about it, then this will maybe get you in the mood to pull it back out, put it to use, and come up with some pretty looks with it. So, and if you do any looks with a palette that I've used for a week, not saying that you have to do a look that I did, but if I do cause you to grab that palette out of your collection and do a look, put it on Instagram and tag me in it. I would love to see your look. If it's okay, I'll share it here on the channel. But this is a really fun palette. I didn't think so when I first used it, but I did start enjoying it. I really did. I'm not saying it's a bad palette, but I had just come off of a week of using a palette that was just easy, quick, fun, no actual prep work needed or used. So this one, I had to baby a little bit for some of the looks I wanted. The mattes are great, the shimmers, a lot of fallout, and a lot of building time. But that might be what you want. Maybe you don't want that boom green or that boom purple when you first apply it to your lid. You can build these and they all do mix very nicely together. And I did end up having a lot of fun with this palette. So I hope that you enjoy. And if you want to see the looks that I created, then let's get started. Do eye looks, they say. You'll be great, they say. As you can see, I've already started my eye look and I forgot to hit record. I'm using the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. This is the first time that I have touched this palette, other than to just say,
I bought the Urban Decay.
Yeah, I haven't used it yet. This is my first time. So I will walk you through what I have already done. I cannot believe I forgot to hit record. Okay, so I went in, I put Still Shot. I was going to use it as a light transition, and then I really liked the color once it got on my crease. So I built it up and used it as a crease color. And then I went in with Riff right here, and I blended it into my lower crease and a little bit onto the outer lid. So now I've just picked up this beautiful, like a pumpkin orange. So pretty. And the colors that I've used so far are matte. Boy, that pigment stays true. That is gorgeous. No wonder so many people really like this palette. I just grabbed a clean brush. I just want to blend. That's all I'm doing. After I put Still Shot in my crease, I did go in with Weekender, and I just put that up through here to blend down a little bit because I really enjoy that. Sometimes I want more definition, but generally I like it to flow. Got a little bit more of a smaller brush, and I'm going to go into Punk and put that right in my outer corner and just blend up a little. I mean, the collars are pretty, but when you have a collar and it applies the same color that's in the palette, the pigmentation is spot on and it stays that color. What do you want, Milani? I just think that makes me so happy. Let me go back into the Steel Hot right there. I just felt like, see how this looks right here? I just felt like it was a little too much of a drop off, you know, unfinished. It's like, for those of you that do hair, Mama Bon and I were talking about this the other day. I had an instructor tell me once, the haircut that will finish your career in the salon is an unfinished one. And that's true, because anybody could cut hair basically, but you have to know how to finish it, to tie and blend everything in, and really your makeup's the same thing. I just think that looks a little bit better. I'm going to go back into Weekender. I want to get all this blending done before I go into the shimmers. I'm going to do Blaze, then I'm going to do Ignite, and then I'm going to do Accelerate. It's going to need a little bit of help. Let me get a base out here. I'm going to use this CoverGirl cream stick just to give the products a little something to cling onto. We're going to try the Blaze again. That's much better. When I like to do a gradient look, I want the lightest color right in here. As the product deposits more on my lid and there's less on the brush, I like to sweep it up, and that way the color of the next shadow is going to be darker. I'll show you. So I'm going to take the Ignite. I faded to right about here. So I'm going to place this brush right about here. And then work my way over to the fade. You're putting less product, and I faded up to here, so it's going to be a little bit lighter right there. Now if you want more definition, then place your brush right on that fade. You don't have to fade, you could just do color on color. I just like the way that that looks. I'm just showing you how I do it. I'm not saying if you don't do it this way you're wrong. Everybody can do it however they want it. Then I'm going to go to Accelerate right up against that matte color that I left there. And when you do it that way, you have very little blending to do. I'm going to take a really small brush, and I'm just going to blend right there at the line. Just blend a little bit if I think there's a little bit of a line. Wipe that brush off and then go to the other eye. I'm going to put liner on, mascara, finish my face, and do something with my hair, and I will be back to show you the final look. I am back to show you my finished look. To you, it has been mere seconds, but in actuality, it has been 8.5 hours. We are into the evening. It is 6:02 p.m. What a day. But let me tell you something. I've been outside in the heat and humidity. It is just now starting to cool down. It was 83 today. It felt like 87. I've been out there. I'm sweating. This eyeshadow looks just like it did when I put it on. Like, I am super impressed with that. This is the finished look for day one. I will see you all tomorrow for look number 2. Welcome back. Today I thought we would do another look with the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I really don't know what look I'm going for. We'll get it figured out, I guess, as we go. So I am going to take my big fluffy brush as per usual, and I'm going to go into Steel Shot right here, this beautiful color. And I'm going to be pretty liberal and maybe make this like my transition color. I primed my eye with the Urban Decay in Eden. I used up my anti-aging and my CoverGirl. I really like the CoverGirl. I really do. So I wanted to use up some primers that I had previously opened up. And so that's what I'm doing. I love this sweatshirt, y'all. I got this at Walmart, and it was in the Misses section. Normally, was it Misses or was it Juniors? And the X or the double X in Juniors like is perfect. I have long arms and the sleeves are nice and long, and it is so comfortable. I got this color. I got a real pretty, like almost a denim-y blue. And I got a real pretty green too. I'm going to go in with Riv. I think these are like my two go-tos as far as transition and crease in this palette. Take that up right to, I'm going to take that up right to the edge of Still Shot I'm going to go into Blaze with just a flat shader brush. I want to see, do I need, no, I don't think it does need any assistance. That's nice. That's nice. The first couple times I tried using this, I think I even got mad and deleted it. I was not happy with this palette at all. I'm like, why is it not working for me? Took a deep breath, walked away from it for a few days, and I'm having much better luck with it. I'm going into Big Sky, and then I'm going to, on the outer part, go into Wanderlust, and I'm just going to kind of, I guess I'll just show you. Just kind of using that same brush and tapping it on. Such a pretty color, isn't it? That is really pretty. Let's get a little more of that. I feel like I do have to pack this pigment on a little bit. As long as the payoff's good and the color's good, you know, I'm okay with that. I'm wiping my brush off really well, and then I'm going to go into the Wanderlust, which is the darker. Let me go ahead and swatch those and show you. This is the Big Sky, and this is the Wanderlust. My finger after I wiped it off. Okay, so I'm going into the Wanderlust. Just kind of stamping that on there. Using the tip of the shader, I want to, you know, kind of give that an angle. Wipe that off again because I have most of the color on that I want on. I'm going to use the e.l.f. crease brush. So I'm just going to take this right on the edge of where I stopped with that color. Just kind of doing a circular motion very gently after I've wiped that brush off to blend the Blaze, that cream color, with the Big Sky, which is the lightest green. And as you can see, even though I was tapping, it's not because I'm blending, because I have it over here too, but a lot of fallout, a lot. That's why I haven't done my concealer or anything yet. So same thing over here, but I do want to clean that up. And the reason I suggest wiping your brush off, especially in between your eyes, especially if you're using color, look how much I just would have been moving around on my eyelid, and what the chances would be of it getting to be really muddy, not an attractive look. In the case of using a green, you know, it's gonna look like, you know, I got punched in the eye. I am going to speed through doing the rest of my makeup, depending on how long the video is, you know, towards when I put all the clips together. I might even cut that out. When you see me again, I will look a lot better. Okay, so I am back with the finished look today. I was going to do false lashes, but honestly, since I've been using this duo of this Lashcraft Lash Primer and the Lashcraft Big Volume from Sephora, it has just been a game changer for me. So this is the finished look, and I will see you all in just a couple seconds with another look. So I really do feel as though this palette hates me, because see, the first look I did, I was, I don't know, 2-3 colors into it and realized that I had forgotten to hit record. The next look went okay, and then this final look that you're looking at, I pulled it from my intro because that's the day I did the final look. Well, it's sitting on my desktop and will not convert, will not open. It's just sitting there telling me that it's ready for upload, but I can't even transfer it onto my disk. So I think that the palette is angry with me because I had it for over a year before I even did one eye look with it. So its revenge has been to antagonize me, to frustrate me, and now it will not open the last look. But this is it. This is the last look. I don't know how to make the palette unangry with me, but I'm not going to get frustrated again. Thank you all so much. You know, things happen like this with me. It's just part of it. I'm so glad you go along this journey with me. Maybe you're slowly watching me lose my mind over a silly eyeshadow palette. I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you very soon in the next video. Love you. Bye-bye.